Hi guys, welcome in. I hope you all are doing all right. My name is Brianna, and this is going to be a message for the Aquarius Collective. I want you guys to keep in mind that you don't have to have Aquarius as your sun sign to resonate with the messages that come through in this video. Instead, Aquarius is going to be an archetype that governs a specific area of our lives, right? So just check your birth chart to see where Aquarius is positioned in terms of house placements, right? And then just apply this energy to that house. You also want to check out the other sign readings as they come out, just so that you have a more holistic sense of, I want to say, guidance, support, and clarity in terms of what's going on in each individual area of your life. Okay, so as I mentioned, this is going to be a sign or a reading for the Aquarius Collective, and the messages that come through here are going to be extremely important or significant, especially as we move into the next couple of days, because right now we have the moon in your sign, Aquarius. The moon is in Aquarius in a very close conjunction with Pluto. And over the next 2 days, the moon is going to be moving into Pisces, where the north node of fate is currently positioned, right? So right now, as the moon is in Aquarius, the moon is collecting data and carrying that data into Pisces to deliver it to the north node of fate, right? And in turn, the north node or the fates are going to be weaving destiny based on the data it receives from the moon, which is currently in your sign. Okay, so when the moon is in Aquarius, we feel, I want to say we feel resourceful, right? Or maybe there is a need to be resourceful and self-reliant, because the moon is currently in this close conjunction with Pluto, right? And Pluto, esoterically, is going to be the lord of the underworld. But when we're incarnated, Pluto is going to represent our subconscious energies, right? So the moon, which is our emotional subconscious, is conjunct Pluto. So there may be a need to be resourceful, self-reliant, and handle challenges with ease. Moon in Aquarius conjunct Pluto in Aquarius may be kicking up some densities, emotional densities, I want to say lower vibrational energies that have been stored within our emotional subconscious. Aquarius is the star and the tarot, right? And the star is going to be the brightest light in the night sky. So when we think about the moon and plutonic energy, those energies are very dark and dense, right? So the star, Aquarius, which is you, is going to be shining a light, right? This light of guidance, clarity, and hope into that darkness to reveal what's been hidden. I've pulled some cards, and there is a message on the table here. First, there is an opportunity waiting for you on the opposite side of a challenge, right? There's something waiting to be delivered to you, but it's waiting to see how you handle a situation, right? It's waiting to see how you direct your life force within this situation. So whatever situation you're dealing with, and we will get more clarity, it's showing up as a challenge, a struggle, or an obstacle, right? And this challenge, struggle, obstacle is positioned in front of a gift, right? So we're moving through across this mountain to access this gift, but the stork is here. Whoops. The stork is watching the challenge, waiting to see how you handle this challenge. So also keep in mind, you guys, that we have um, the moon in Aquarius in a sextile to Saturn in Aries. And I talked about this a little bit on one of my last posts. Saturn in Aries is going to be this energy here, the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is Saturn in Aries, and it represents learning through conflict and adversity, right? So we have Saturn in Aries for the next 2 years. So Saturn's influence over the next 2 years is going to show up as this conflict. So the moon is in a sextile to Saturn in Aries. So your emotional subconscious is being challenged. It's being, I don't want to say attacked, but there is some opposition being directed or communicated to your emotional subconscious. And this might be the challenge that we are asked to overcome, right? This may be why we're needing to be resourceful and self reliant, even in the face of excess heat or judgment or criticism or opposing opinions, right? Whatever this Five of Wands is representing for you, the lesson in this is to stand your ground, hold firm, uplift your truth, right? The wand is going to be a representation of your spiritual truth, right? Whatever that represents for you. So there's a need to stand your ground and uplift your truth and consciously decide where you want to direct your life force energy. This Five of Wands energy could be a distraction also. Opposing energies could be people in your environment trying to distract you with chaos. Redirect your life force energy. We want to be mindful of what we're communicating energetically, right? Especially as the moon is moving into this conjunction with the North Node, because our energetic communication is going to be weaving our future fates, right? I shared a video yesterday on the community board. It was a re-upload, but the re-upload was all about how to harness your life force energy and intentionally project it in the direction of your desired outcome, as opposed to letting your life force be mixed up, jumbled up in the chaos, right? If there are other people around you, opposing energies around you, and your energy is intertwined with the chaos, then it becomes a collective output, right? You guys are sharing a collective output, and that energetic output is going to be picked up by cosmic universal life force energies, or the fates, right? And your destiny, your future, your outcome is going to be a product of whatever this is. So there may be a need to pull your energy back, rely on yourself, right? Self-reliance. Rely on yourself, your truth, what you know to be true, and make your individual signature, energetic signature, strong, right? We have these two cards here. These two cards are Rich, Gent, and Letter. Rich Gent gives output, energetic output, strong energetic output. It's giving like the Emperor energy, strong life force energy. Letter is giving energetic communication. So there's a need to make your frequency stable, strong, and direct it in a way that when it lands, it hits, right? As opposed to being confused and jumbled with the rest. Whatever Saturn is testing you on, right? It's going to be different for each Aquarius. You can check your birth chart to see where Saturn is for you. But whatever Saturn is testing you on, the key, the answer, the solution is simple. It's going to be self-sustenance, sustaining oneself, self-reliance, right? Because Saturn is in Aries. And when Saturn is in Aries, the test is a test of character, right? Your character is often tested. Saturn in Aries wants to see how well you know yourself and how strong your sense of self is, right? It's kind of like character development. Okay, so I feel like there is an opportunity to graduate a soul lesson. Maybe you're already on this path towards graduation. We have high honors here. I don't know if you guys can see that. High honors, it represents like a promotion, an award, an achievement, recognition. It's like a level up. So maybe this gift is a promotion. We'll get more, right? So in addition to the moon in Aquarius being in close conjunction with Pluto in Aquarius, we also have the moon in Aquarius making a trine to Uranus in Gemini. And this is going to be especially significant because Uranus is the primordial force of divine intervention, unpredictable, uncontrollable material change, right? Uranus moves the pieces around on the chessboard to make sure that fate, destiny, and karma play out. So the moon in Aquarius is communicating, trine, harmonious communication with Uranus and Gemini. So we want to make sure that our moon energies are strong, independent, stable, focused, direct, disciplined, so that the communication being delivered or transmitted to Uranus produces a result that works in our favor, right? Remember this energy here. Saturn is interfering with your emotional communication. So I feel like the test, the struggle, the obstacle is pulling your life force back and directing your will with intention. There's another message down here about a long journey of reclaiming your time, your energy, your youth, right? Maybe you've been working on this challenge, this obstacle, whatever the mountain represents. Maybe you've been working on this for a long time. Maybe you feel like you've lost a lot of time, a lot of life force energy, and your youth, your happiness, your enthusiasm has passed you by. Yeah, I feel like you've been working at this for a long time. You put in a lot of hard work, a lot of effort, and a lot of, it says construction here. Construction. Hard work, effort, and construction to reclaim, align with your life force energy, the sun here. But we do have this thief, right? Long road and the thief. So you've been traveling this path of reclaiming what's been lost, right? I'm going to pull some more cards to see if we can identify what this challenge is. Let's see. Can you tell me more about the challenge, the obstacle, the mountain? I feel like there may be a new work contract or work assignment, a new job, or maybe just realigning with your purpose, Aquarius. This is the opportunity that the stork is waiting to deliver. Okay, tell me more about the challenge. Evil. Okay, hold on a second, you guys. We've got evil queen and contract coming out in the reverse. I don't know if you guys can see that. Evil queen and contract coming out in the reverse with projection at the bottom of the deck. Hold on. Evil queen represents, it's like, could be a mother or a mother figure. It could be a daughter, right? The daughter of an evil queen. Think about Cinderella's mother, Cinderella's stepmother, and her evil daughters, right? This person doesn't have to be a woman, right? It could be someone who manipulates energy, right? Someone who manipulates mental and emotional energies. This person is, I don't want to say a dark witch, but she is an expert at emotional, mental manipulation, maybe like energy casting dark energies. So there's a contract that is coming to a close, to an end, a binding agreement. It's coming to a close with the contract card in the reverse. So this challenge, like I said, it could be untangling your life force energy from life force energy is going to be your emotions, right? And your thoughts and emotions, untangling that. Also your love, right? Your love, your resources, maybe you give to this person. Pulling your energy back. I don't know if you've done this already or if this is your solution, right? Pull your energy back from this person fully and completely, right? And everyone connected to this person, because this person is manipulative. She has like puppets, right? So everyone around her, minions, they work for her. So pull your energy back away from this evil queen and the people who are connected to her, right? 5 of Wands, the evil queen and her minions. Pull back in the contract. Keep in mind that there is an opportunity to graduate from whatever this contract is. It's karmic in nature, right? Maybe you had to learn how to stand up for yourself within this relationship, within this contract. Maybe you had to learn to differentiate, maybe you had to learn how to tell the difference between your energy, where your energy stops, and where this other person's energy begins. You've been on this path for a long time. Spirit says this problem will resolve itself. Bide your time. Tone down. Dilute. Close your heart. Healthy boundaries. It's time to shine. So maybe you're already on this path of dissolving this contract. This problem will resolve itself as long as you're not feeding it, right? If you feed it, if you nurture it, it will grow. Pull your energy back It will starve this contract. Tone down, dilute. Tone down, dilute. Establish healthy boundaries, even if it means you have to come off as cold hearted towards this person, because as you pull your energy back into yourself, you'll be able to redirect it powerfully, right? With this rich gent, you'll be able to powerfully redirect it towards a connection, a new contract that allows you to shine. You guys can't see that. Time to shine. Time to shine. At the bottom of this deck, we have moving relocation. So this could be like physically, materially packing up and moving to a new location, or this could be energetically, spiritually moving your energy, your life force, your focus from one location into a new location. And that's going to get this stork moving, right? The stork is waiting. The stork is waiting, watching to see how you handle this situation. Pull your energy back, starve whatever this contract is, and that's going to signal to the stork that you're ready to receive. So, Aquarius, I'm going to pull from a couple of more decks, but just to tie everything together, there is a new opportunity waiting to be delivered to you. Don't just wait idly, right? You want to help co-create this opportunity with the divine, right? Co-create with the divine. You do that by intentionally aligning your life force with the reality that you want to see manifest, right? If you feel that you are done with this evil queen, spirit feels like you're done because the contract came out in reverse, right? That could indicate that the contract is up cosmically, according to divine timing. Karmic contracts have been concluded. So it could be an indication that this karmic contract is up, or it could be an indication of a karmic contract, right? With a contract in the reverse. But according to divine timing, karmic contracts have been concluded, right? So we don't want to spend any extra time spinning our wheels. It's like giving to this person would be like pouring your life force energy or flowing your life force energy into a black hole or up against a brick wall. This person, whoever this evil queen is, she cannot receive, she cannot, it's never enough, right? She just needs more and more and more and more. So we want to make sure that we're redirecting our life force energy towards the outcomes that we want to see manifest. There is an opportunity for graduation, ascension, and to level up in rank and receive some sort of gift that's going to be soul fulfilling, right? Fulfilling for your soul, highly fulfilling, highly pleasurable, intense pleasure. I'm getting like the 10 of Cups energy. But in this energy, there is a requirement. We have the Empress and Judgment. Empress is Venusian energy, but esoterically this tarot card talks about the perfect mix of energies, the perfect blends of energies. The Empress is all of the queens in one, so she has the perfect mix of energies to attract and manifest high vibrational outcomes. Not only that, the Empress is well resourced, right? She's well resourced. She has everything she needs, including wisdom, right? Because she's also the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Solutions. So there's a need to cultivate the perfect blend of energies, the perfect blend of energies, and make a choice, right? A choice that ascends you, a choice that evolves your consciousness. This type of choice, right? This big judgment choice, it's gonna not only evolve you in consciousness, but it's going to result in ascension for your soul, right? So your soul ascends out of a karmic lesson, and then you have access to higher dimensional experiences, right? Where you're no longer fighting for your sovereignty. You're no longer in this unhealthy competition. There's no conflict, chaos, dissonance, opposition in your immediate environment or within your immediate experience once you ascend from these lower dimensional realms, right? These lower dimensional realms are going to be considered like the battlefield, the training grounds. It's where we go to build our character, right? Learning through conflict. But there's an opportunity to ascend into, let's see, ascend into what? Oh, these cards are so big. Ascend into what? I don't know if this is the right deck because they feel pretty big, but let's just see. Ascend into what? Okay, not this deck. Let's try this one. Ascend into what? So we got 10, number 10, which is emotions, and then number 42, which is death. So this is like transmuting deep emotions. What else? Okay, so we have stability, 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 stability. Stability, it's giving the Four of Wands, right? The Four of Wands in the traditional tarot is a strong, stable sense of self, right? Because it's going to be the suit of the wands. So this is a strong, stable sense of self upon which you build the rest of your life, right? When your foundation is strong, it's like you know who you are, you know what you deserve, you know your value and your worth, right? And that those frequencies, those core frequencies are unshakable. This confidence, this sense of confidence is unshakable. Not only that, they're the key frequencies required to attract, I want to say, higher dimensional experiences, right? Experiences where you don't have to fight to prove who you are, right? So there's a sense of stability that in turn is going to magnetize higher vibrational experiences, new contracts, right? Divine contracts, new outcomes that don't feel like challenge, conflict, and fighting. They feel more like harmony, support, and upliftment. And it's an opportunity to finally put an end to the restless dead. We have unresolved past. So your core stability, Aquarius, is the past. Karma binds itself to us through our wounds and our vulnerable areas, right? So when we feel unconfident, unworthy, that's where the karma is able to like get in and attach. Once you stabilize your foundation, right, then these karmic attachments have no access point, no entry point, and they cannot hold on to you anymore. So the opportunity is to transmute dense emotions, close a cycle for good with the number 10. Close a cycle, stabilize your foundation, and close the past. Spirit says, bide your time, bide your time. This situation will resolve itself. This problem will resolve itself. There's not much that you need to do. There's not much that you need to do. There's a word that I'm thinking about. I can't think of it. There's not much that you need to do instead of. There's not much you need to do. The only thing that you need to do is pull your energy back. There was a word there, but I couldn't think of it. Pull your energy back. Redirect your energy, especially as the moon is moving into a conjunction with the North Node of Fate. You want to make sure that your moon energies are solid, stable, not being manipulated or conflicted, right? Because your moon is going to be communicating with the North Node of Fate about your destiny, what you're ready for, what you're energetically ready to receive, right? The moon's conjunction with the North Node of Fate is going to be exact in a couple of days. So this is going to be around July 4th, right? So hold your ground, hold steady. There's something new, a new contract waiting for you. One final card for Aquarius. We have the Emperor. I love this Emperor card. So the Emperor talks about focus, discipline, dedication. It talks about consciously and intentionally deciding where you want to direct your life force. The Emperor is the ruler of his realm, right? The ruler of his reality. He's a conscious creator. He's a complete master, right? And he's earned this rank by ascending through all the levels, right? The wands, the cups, the swords, and the pentacles, right? So he's a complete master of self. So that's the advice, you guys. I'm going to leave this message here. Thank you guys so much for being here. If this message was helpful and supportive, please make sure to like the video because it does help the channel grow. And I will see you guys on the next reading.